Well, I'm very amazed and overwhelmed by the energy, the feeling of the spirit that's here. And I want to tell you that from the bottom of my heart, I thank you very deeply for following your inner process and all the time looking to find the truth inside. And this is very significant that so many of you, they came from all parts of the world to come here. And I want to tell you, we have very important things to talk. So don't lose the breathing and the feeling. Because then I'll start screaming here. Translation. We have translation problems. Well, we have them very often, you know, we don't communicate with each other.
Yeah, no kidding.
Even we speak the same language. One time Eva asked, I said that several times, he asked the guide, who were coming from Arosa, and he asked the guide, how much are we real in reality? So the guide asked, she said, well, how much do you think you're in reality? So she says, maybe 30%. So she said, not even 5. Translation problems. So, okay, the things I'm telling you, you know them very much because you have heard them so much from me at infinitum, you know. So the only thing I can give you is my heart and my feelings. and the words, you know, are more or less the same. So this is, I want to ask you, yeah, I want to ask you to open your heart and know that this time, this unique opportunity is for you to let go, totally let go, to allow all your feelings out, to enjoy each other, and create a feeling of harmony and joy for you first, and for the others also. So I want to greet you very deeply from my heart, to greet you, all of you, my brothers and sisters, my beloved colleagues and co-workers, my wonderful students of all the institutes. Some of them are present here with the loved ones, with the families, you know. I want to tell you that with great joy I welcome you in Phoenicia. And as you heard, that Phoenicia was the cradle of our evolutionary work. Am I doing okay with the translation? Okay? What happens?
It's good.
Okay, okay, John.
Good.
So, you see, this is the cradle, as I said. It's the place where, with Eva, I experienced the happiest years of my life. We're together, with the help of many of you, my dear ones. You know, we created the Phoenicia Path Center, and we laid down the principles of the work. And this place, we call it, even me, the Center for the Living Force. That was the name we felt that I gave to the place. Later on, it was changed for practical reasons and this and that and that. But every time I was coming here, were the living force coming up, you know. So this is, you know, an atmosphere. We work in a superhuman way here for several years, and we're full of joy and excitement, and we're totally transformed every time. And in this way, we lay the basis for the energetic core, the connection between energy and consciousness, the spiritual and the physical. So Eva was instructed, you know, to find a center where we'll be able to do the intense and deep work in the most devoted way, with these deep levels. So we're looking forward to find such a place. In a matter of a couple months, following a workshop I gave in this area here, where all the past people came in that workshop, you see. So we're coming here with a car, and we stopped down in front of the big building where the lawn is, and we started coming up, and there, on top of the stairs, were the owners. This place before was a school, was a social place, and so on. So they're waiting there for us. And Rosie, you know, who is the wife of somebody who had the place, said that in the top of the stairs, this is destined for you. She didn't even know us, you know. We just came there. She said, this is destined for you. And immediately we felt this is the place. It's a beautiful place, blessed by the streams. It had a pond surrounded by beautiful forests of hemlocks, and a powerful vibration that the guide himself told us about later, you know, the meaning of the word. And we felt very deeply that this place is not ours, but we are trusted to take care of this place, to take care of the animals and the land and the earth and the streams. There was a place dedicated to the enlightenment of humanity. So, as we come home here, gathering many memories in my mind, in my soul, her deep love and care for me, and for all the people who came here to find themselves, and come in touch with the deepest part of their life, came here with the help of this center. Eva, your beauty, your radiance, your sweetness, your nobility and joy fill the center and also my life. I experience here the peace and the love that you're radiating from your heart to all the people of the path and also to me. You care so much for every one of us in a very personal way, in a tender way that reach the heart. You care that the truth you're trying to help us through the guide lectures and to come in touch with it will not be perished. You brought to this world a treasure chest of jewels in the guide lectures, and you gave everybody this material with simplicity, with humanity, and deep care. You became the instrument, the transmitter of the guide, and I had the feeling many times that you're part of the guide. At the beginning, you're giving sessions in a trance to everybody individually. Later, through your individual development and your personality, you took a great step and you translated the guide material into a working modality, giving sessions, while you were awake. And then in the end of your life, as you have told me, that you'll be able to do all this work without going to a trance. And the last, I don't remember how many, 20, 30 lectures, she typed on the typewriter without going to trance. And she's the deepest lectures of the path. So I remember what you wrote for me, and in a beautiful green book that you gave as a gift to me after we got married. You wrote, the most important thing that the guide is teaching is individual responsibility. That there are no victims here for anybody. That all our problems are our own. And that the other people merely precipitating that we have a task to come in here in the three-dimensional reality to transform these negative energies, to transform them in the mind to the conceptual world, in the body to the physical intense world, and in the emotional world. And that relieving and releasing these negativities in our personality, that we'll find the clarity of the truth in our higher self. You said that we shall follow the greater plan of God and find love through our spiritual self for everybody. You're like a burning flame, penetrating the coldness, the defenses and the pain, and healing the soul and the body, many of us. So in this place, there was fantastic activity right from the beginning. The spirit of the work and the truth, the excitement, the deep dedication, to find, our inner self, was translated in training groups, supervision groups, individual sessions, and simultaneously together with the core-energetic sessions to unify the body. Many times I was amazed by the power and the rapidity of all the work and the strength that took over the hearts of many people here. I kept saying to myself, do I deserve this? Do I deserve this in the middle of hundreds of people? And at the same time, in my individual sessions, the guide was telling me, and you have been given a lot of gifts and a lot of wonderful things because they have to be used for the work. I paraphrase here, I don't remember exactly. So, and then at that time, I was the director of the Bioenergetic Institute, Alexander Lowen, for about 11 or 12 years. And we have done a wonderful work developing a strong and powerful process to reach the depths of the defenses. And then I felt that all that was not going with the guidance of spirituality. It was therapeutic, it was wonderful, it was psychological and physical also, And I asked the guide what to do because I felt drawn, to leave bioenergetics. So he said to me that you experience the light and then you go under the shadow of the darkness. Don't you think you betray yourself? Acorns don't grow in the big trees. So, and then I decided, of course, to leave bioenergetics, and I felt deeply and fully what I was searching for. I was searching. I was in Subud, I was at Edgar Casey stuff. I was all over the place looking to make that connection, like some of you have, And then when I read the lectures, 3 lectures I read, and one of these lectures, had to do with love, eros, and sexuality, and say, well, that's it, So I thought we have to create a new way to work and develop new concepts. And the core-energetics is based in the basic concept that the only reality in this life, in the present life, and the ultimate life is the state of law. There is no other truth. It's a state of law which leads to the expansion of the life energies. And these energies represent the immediate now and possess the power of creativity, freedom, and truth. And that is where the core-energetic process was focused mainly, and so on. So what we did is, at the beginning, we had groups. Then every time I gave a talk someplace, they say, we don't want to train us. So we started the institutes, and it spread throughout the world. And we didn't do any advertising. It happened organically, so to speak, So the first institute that we had was the Institute of the New Age, which was created in New York, in the center of New York, and I call it the New Age of Man. And this was the happening for the women. So that institute graduated 5 classes. here in New York, you know. And then we started the other institutes. I have to be very deep thankful to Lawrence and Marlies that they invited me to Germany, you know, to start the work, because my attempt to start in Paris, though I had an institute for 4 years, failed. That I could not reach. So that first class became the seed from which all the institutes started growing. So until now, we have several institutes. We have one in Munich, under the leadership of Lawrence, one in Berlin, in the leadership of Teddy, Lorusso, and they have beautiful staffs to help them behind. Then in Switzerland was my friend Valid, you know, with a lot of people and a beautiful place. And then in Italy is the last creation by Teddy and me. We created the Italian Institute, and so beautiful, and I'm so happy when I come there. So, and in France, under the leadership of Sigma, we have an annual so-called deep intensive, where several people come from many, many nations. And the last time we had about 80 people and 14 couples, you know. And we do very deep work. And the work that we're doing there is similar like the one the Stuart's doing, you know. I mean, I know that work goes bow, like this, you know. So it's very, very beautiful.
And
then,
have international training.
Yeah, international. So then, you see, then there are institutes that developed in South America under the leadership of Karin, in Mexico under the leadership of Ilse, and in the United States is in the West Coast, a wonderful Cities and Energies and Institute under the leadership of Sigma. And then in Canada, the Strouds are there, and then we have other places started developing. And in Atlanta, of course, is one coming, the leadership of Pam and Cindy. And then the preparatory work in Argentina and in Colombia and Spain, and things, the fire is catching up. So,
Brazil. Gonna have a major revolution. The microphone.
Brazil! So, this is a little bit what has happened. Meanwhile, the work is progressing a lot, and it's going from a direction of the physical energy work that we used to do, and the character defense work, into the fusion with the inner spirituality, and working through the past processes of lower self, high self, and mask. And this is a powerful work. And I'm doing something that's called the Divine Comedy. And most of you must have been there, you know, where each, like Dante, Virgil takes Dante in hell and shows him the different parts of hell. And the first one is this screaming and yelling from people, complaining, the purgatory, complaining that they were cheated, that they lost their money, complaining to God, you know, they lost their wives, and there are millions of those people. Then they go deeper and deeper into the darkness, you know, and in the middle of the darkness, this fantastic creature, black, you know, screaming and yelling, howling, you know, and grabbing people, chew them and throw them down. You know, and then there is a little side door on the side, you know, you come up, you know, and the sun comes. There's a beautiful mountain, flowers and trees. So Dante and Virgil, you know, move slowly the mountain up and up and up. And at the tip of the mountain, is their teacher. so that's who we are. That's pretty down a long time ago. So this is, you know, I have to tell you that this from 1966, 65, 66, I met Eva up to the time she passed on. You know, there was in my life an ever mounting experience of evolution and development in my personality. And I went through tremendous tests of agony, of pain, of loss, and ecstasy, and joy, and love. And the love of my brothers and sisters in the world. I felt happiness and exhilarated. At the same time, very strongly tested again and again and again. And through the teachings of God, the fire of love illuminated my whole being. That doesn't mean I'm clean. I had 4 or 5 major issues to settle. That they threatened my reputation, my honesty, they threatened my so-called, you know who I am? Yeah. And somebody says, man, you haven't finished it all yet. So that's what I am, and I tell you, I feel very humble. Coming here today, I had a lot of feelings. I spent many hours of the night thinking, where is my process? What have I been doing? What am I betraying in my life? And little by little, you know, I scream and yell and breathe deeply, and little by little it came to myself, and I'm able to talk to you. Because I wasn't able to talk. You know, I felt stuck. I feel absolutely stuck in the middle of the night. And I know all about the business, the good things and so on. But these forces, where they come from, they are powerful, and they dismember the creative energies. They block energies, and they are, you know, defenseless, you know, character defenseless. They are there all the time. We know them, you know. So anyway, so I kept saying, I'm going to give a speech tomorrow. No, you have to tell me what are you struggling with? That's the important thing, you know. And I start with my arrogance. I start with my inability to stand as a man, you know, being all my life with the women. And I struggle with a subtle, you know, very devilish way of maneuvering and manipulating. You know? And I look at it and then I say, oh my God, it is like you have a flower in your hands, a rose tries to open, and you take your hands and you squeeze it like this. And you kill it.
Oh,
I want to go back a little bit, you know, to my experiences a bit, you know. And I don't remember the details, but I know that I was looking to find exactly, you know, the lectures and the path, you know. And one of my patients comes and says to me, do you know about this woman? I said, no. So he gave me 3 lectures. And one of the lectures, of course, was love, and sex, I said. And I said, oh my God, this is the work that is about humanity, about the person, the relationship of the person to God and to himself, and is very specific and very general, and has a foundation to enlighten humanity. And I felt so deep about this, and when I got first time with Viva, she was vacation. I wrote a card to her and I said, I like very much to see you. So she writes me back, says, you're the man that I like to see. She didn't even know me. So I go to the apartment, ring the bell, and the door opens up, and I go like that. This vibrating creature, the eyes stimulated, the body full of energy. I said, my God, that's an angel here. so I had a feeling, she's the one who has it, So anyway, I told her all about me right away. And I told her especially something very painful, the way I betrayed Ryan. That was for me a great wound in my life. I kept listening and listening, and then I said, I want to work with you. And she said, no, I don't want you to work with me. So she says, I can give you guide lectures, but I don't want to work with you. So she told me later that she knew I was coming, and I was coming specifically to bring the application of an energetic dimension to the world, and the physical in the world. And it has been, the path immediately got energized and flourished. There are hundreds of people here. They deal with the personality issues, not only from the spiritual point of view that work the path work, but from the right here and now, with the body, the emotions, and the feelings. So it was a tremendous regeneration that happened there, And this is where I have been, and I had the wonderful gift that was given. And I have to tell you also, it's not a secret, but I want to tell you something that is the truth, I feel. And that is, when I met Eva, I felt right away the love in my heart for her. And a voice told me inside, take care of her. I said, what? Take care of her? I mean, what? But then I stay with that, and later on, she told me that I was her father. And that she was a drug addict. And that I let her die in the gutter. And I didn't believe it. I didn't want to believe it. So no, I don't. And I still don't feel the pain of that. I still, a little bit here, a little bit there. I must have feel so guilty inside of me, so guilty that I'm not able to make this guilt consciousness. And then all the gifts that came. So when I came to the war, I decided that the main obstacle is how we defend ourselves and we develop a kind of defense system. And this is not only mental and spiritual, but it's in the body and the emotions. So, and somehow there has to be a radical procedure when we work with the deep principles, a radical procedure to find the truth and our mask and go into the body and let the body vibrate and move and release these energies. The energies cannot be released fully, mentally or emotionally. They have to be in the body because the body has crystallized them. And you do not change the crystal, by caressing the crystal. You have to put it in the crucible to melt it, to change it. And this is what we are. We have to go into the crucible and confront all these habits that we have and the character defenses we have created. So the work has to be done with love, not with a therapeutic attitude. You are the patient, I'm the doctor, and I know it all, and so on and so forth. There has to be a deep connection with the so-called patient. The so-called patient, because we're all patients. It's not this patient And there has to be a deep respect for the process of this person. Not a therapeutic attack what the person is supposed to do. So this is the work that I felt that is beautiful and was beyond psychology and beyond therapy. And I felt very happy. And I felt very happy that we're working together, with Eva, and she herself was doing bioenergetics for a while, you believe it or not. She was doing, bioenergetics. And then she felt she could do much more, with the spiritual work. So, the meaning and the focus of the bioenergetics is that it represents the highest aspirations and achievement of the human entity. That these aspirations, we have to be open to understand and receive, and to know that if we allow this, there will be pleasure and joy and ecstasy and the love in the heart. The love is the sun that illuminates our life in spirit. Spirituality, is all the manifestations of love. That's the guidance of that. Spirituality is not anything abstract up there and so on and so forth, but it's all the manifestations of love. And in all of us who are in the love state, we have a will from the heart. And this will has to be fed with energy and fire all the time. And not allow the negativities and the little things to come back and forth between us and our partners, or between us and our workers, or our colleagues, whoever it is. The will of the heart has to dominate the work, as we do the work deeper and deeper. So, it humanizes us. And it is the center of the creation of the universe. Because the universe cannot be created from hate, it can be created from love. And Einstein was saying that God doesn't play dice with the universe, like Heisenberg and the other people. Doesn't play dice with the universe. And then he was attacked again and again about this, So, in the work we're doing, the projects, we do not glorify the defenses of the personality, but we study carefully and explore the meaning and the origin, and with our own powerful methods to integrate, the work and bring the dimensions, bring really out to the body that is the vessel of the soul and the laboratory of life. Because I've said it so many times, that is without the body, without being in touch with the body, you cannot be spiritual. You have to have your body to be spiritual. And you have to have your ego first to then say, I want to give up my ego. So it's very important. And then the emotions, the powerful energies of life that the guide called the tools of the soul. We call the tools of the soul. And of course, the mind that is the beautiful creation, is the flower of our life, is the creation of our culture, music, the beauty is in our life, who we are. But the mind has also the negative images and stores these negative images, very deeply, and beliefs that they become prejudicial. So the images create the beliefs, and the beliefs create the prejudice. And we're all prejudiced somehow. Prejudiced about the woman, prejudiced about the man, about authority, about politics, about this. We are all prejudiced, and that's what I said to you. How much are we in reality? If we don't try to discover the prejudice, we're not in reality many times, especially with our partners. Do I have more time?
Oh, yeah.
About 10 minutes? So let me tell you something for me. From me, my inexperience has been a big struggle. And all the years of my life, I went through the most intense, profound, and trying experiences of my existence. My ideas and beliefs were, when I came to the United States, in conflict with my inner truth and my higher self. And I experienced intense pain, humiliation, agony, in the upward movement of my life. And I saw the light in glimpses here and there. And the process excited me, excited my personality, and the most important of all was confronting my pride, my arrogance, my obstinacy, my self-centeredness, and from my cultural background, my inability to try to change it. So I came here, all made up the Eastern European way, the Greek way. That's also the beauty of the spirit. And I understood that somehow or other I was resisting these changes, and my father told me, who was a wonderful man, but didn't show his love for me. He told me, honor is the important thing. You better lose an eye than the honor. And he said to me also, don't go to the women. When you're established, then the women will come to you. And he wanted to be a professor, going into Plato, Socrates, and all that. And he didn't play with me. So he died, I tell you, he died, and I had no feelings for my father. I had no feelings. I was dead. And then I said, good riddance. Now I'm free without you. And I went there for 25 years with this feeling. And one day I was in California with Stan Kellman, and there was Armstrong, is a well-known medium there. The first time I've been in a medium with Armstrong. I was before Eli. And Stan says, can you contact William Wright for us? Guy had left. Wright had died about a couple of years before, So she went into a trance, and he says, she described my father, a big man. He's rolling into these chains, something like that. And he said, and your father wants to talk to you. I kept saying, I didn't have an experience in my life like that. So he said, I love you like the apple of my eyes. I loved you, and I couldn't show it to you. And he was brought in a culture where the warriors fighting the Turks for 300-400 years up there, And then, this opened my horizon about men. Later I joined the path, the people became my brothers who met. I felt, the beauty, in the manhood, Before that, I was going like this, They're dangerous. And then, I have to tell you, my father came also to me this past Easter. I was in Teddy's villa. They're having a wonderful time with Katie and another beautiful being who is a very well-known psychic. And I was telling her about my father, about this. And she said, your father is here. And I said, yeah. I got like shaken up, And she says, behind you, there's a light. So I looked, and this is light. So she said, he is showing me a big letter A. A. What is the letter A? He said to me. I said, letter A, yeah. The letter is the first letter for the word agape, which is love, agape. And then he says, you show the heart, and he wants to talk to you. So he talked to me through her, and he says that I'm very pleased about the work you're doing, and I bless you. And he said, and don't worry about the past things. They mean nothing. And then he said, and I want to tell you, our whole family here is behind you. I mean, it just electrified me. The idea, that we develop here, and then if we don't complete, we carry it further. And it's evolution. It's a continuous evolution. And it doesn't end. So that is what happened, And I was brought in a culture like this, and it was so difficult. And with Ivan, the guy, I experienced anxiety and fear and terror to let my mask go. I also experienced, the blessedness of the joy and the ecstasy. And I never had such joyful ecstasy and love. And we're doing wonderful things. Vacations, right after the guide session, we'll go to a discotheque and dance, and dinners. And I mean, it's a joyful thing. Well, that's what I say to you. It's not to be grumpy, oh, this work is terrible. Just to look at it and say, no, hey, there it is, the whole thing is here for us, So, this is a continuous process. And by the way, after I was in Vista there, sitting in the chair, I said, oh my God, I wish to talk to you now. I wish to communicate with her. But I didn't dare ask her because I didn't want to impose on her. So a few minutes later, she comes in and she said, there on the table is a little angel with an instrument. And then said, on the other side is Eva. And I was speechless. And then she said, she started talking to me, that she loves me, that she says, I love you, that I'm with you, I'm trying to help you, and I'm very pleased about the work that all of you are doing for humanity. And then at the end of the thing, she blessed me, and then she said, and you are giving a lot. And that to me meant something. Yes, I'm giving a lot, but what's unbalanced to me if I give a lot? Yeah. And this is the thing that all of us do, that we give a lot. It's very easy to give a lot, and then not go deep inside, and feel where we are, for ourselves, for our own process, for the now. So, here we are, we're coming home. We're coming home here. Every time I've been here in Tunisia, though many years I didn't come regularly here, but as I come in, I stop in front of the gate, and I thank God, I thank Eva for the gifts I gave to us, and I ask her to forgive me if I hurt her, if I hurt in any way. So, coming home, I feel, is our gradual enlightenment of our personality, of shedding light into the darkness of the negativity, of becoming a whole being and experiencing the force of love in the heart, the flame of the heart. And this love brings freedom and truth. It requires work in all the levels of personality, in the body, in a tremendous way, in the body, because we came in this vessel, the body, and we incarnated here in this body, and our body is made according to our defects and our greatness too. And our body says all the whole story. And my teacher, William Wright, said, the body is the frozen history of your life. The frozen history of your life. So the body, I feel, is very important, that the spiritual work has to combine with the body. And I feel very deep about this. I'm crazy about this. And then the feelings, and the will. spiritual self. If a person allows a spiritual soul, to come in all levels, there is a completeness and a wholeness in the process. However, each level is blocked. And I have this shape of the pyramid that you all know, with the personality and the different levels of personality, and there are many splits in each level. Many splits. And our process here is to unify our splits and create unity and fusion of the emotional, physical, and spiritual in us. And that's the work that is important work for us. You see? And it's very important for us to know that spirituality is all about love. And it's the love for our body, and the love for others, and the love for life, and love for people, and for our dear one who is right next to us. And right now, I don't have one. But this love is a transforming force. So, this is coming home. It's coming home. And that we keep exploring all our problems and feelings with honesty and sincerity and frankness. And again, I repeat some of the things, that everything depends upon us, because our responsibility. And the personal, work and the ultimate reality, they are all waiting to be flooded with the spirit of love in our life, instead of the negativities. So, honoring the recognition of our consciousness of our soul also is very important. And this is my vision all these years, and I must honor the ultimate purpose for which, I created with my friends, colleagues, and many, many of you, the institutes throughout the world. So, the achievements are, for me, going home to me. Going home to me. To this beautiful place, and coming here, to this other beautiful place of the forests and the streams and the animals and the woods, where there are angels flowing over the center. You've told me several times, and huge angels flowing over the center. And I, with you, come home here. Now since we work with them now physically, now you're going to do it with the energy field now. Now take the right hand, let it loose. Now go to the first, open your knees. Go to the first chakra and spin it. Spin it. Spin the movement, like a spinning movement. Spin it. No, relax your body. The rest of the body relax completely. Now, just spin it. Yeah, aside. Now go into the second one. Spin the second one. Spin it. Breathe, vibrate, and move and spin it. Spin it. You control the energy. If you want to touch it, touch it. Because it's so, otherwise just spin it. Spin it. Now, that connects to the ankles and the wrists, the second one. The ankles and the wrists. Right, now go to the solar plexus now. Spin it. One hand, Barry, one hand. One hand because it spins easier. And faster. Come on, too slow. Faster, that's it, like that. The energy moves that way. You feel it? Do you feel them? Eh? Try to feel them, right? Feel them. Good. Now go to the heart. The heart connects with the elbows, with the wrist, with the elbows, the knees, and the shoulders. Spin it. Think of the elbows, knees, and shoulders as you do it. Spin it. Very good. Spin it. Faster. Loosen up the wrist so that the wrist can spin. That's it. Good. Now go to the throat. The throat connects with the solar plexus, with the second and the first. Spin it. Side. Spin it. Now go to the forehead. Forehead. That's it. That doesn't have a direct connection. The mental chakra. Now go to the crown chakra. Spin it. Spin it. Now take also the left hand and keep spinning in both so the two hemispheres there. Spin them, and then extend them to the whole length. And it is to allow the energy and make movements like you try to put the energy into your brain. Downwards. Put the movement downwards. Towards your brain, towards your body, to come from outside, into you, and side, all the time side, into you, that's it, that's into you, and breathe all the way down, Okay, these are some of the things you can do yourself, okay? Okay, beautiful, okay. Now slowly sit up. Sit up. Good. Now slowly come out with your feet. Your body should be able to do this and this. Now your feet, right. Yeah. Good, on your feet. Now, let's ground the energy now, like moving it down and breathe.
Just before the long way to go. When we worked in Pineland. Oh. I worked there too. For numbers. Well, before you got up to me, check my calendar and the house calendar and say, JFK 622 p.m. Student 310 in the city, and I bombed out to get the train 310, just panicking.
Bob, they need a male voice in there, Bob.
They gotta be something I know. They're doing girls songs. I don't do girls songs. I don't know lyrics to it.
What she did for me before she left, she put it on a high tenor, which is on a board, filled with 2,000 other messages. She never changed my time.
I'm flashing past you.
What you do, hang around JFK all the time?
You believe that? I should heard about Miss Fruits.
I know you want it.
You'll hear about it. You'll hear about it.
That's who wrote this. We get 5 minutes when I came.
What are we talking about? Ruth?
Number 1 next to me. And says, I'm the Ruth. She likes to be inspired.
Ruth or Ruth?
All my woman,